In documentaries, the opening sets the tone. How do we introduce Abraham dramatically? This tutorial guides you to create a remarkable opening scene. By the end, you will craft a powerful cinematic introduction. Start by visualizing the setting. Imagine an enormous desert landscape at sunrise. Capture wind tousling the ancient sand dunes. Gradually reveal an ancient Near Eastern settlement. Show mud brick houses dotting the landscape. Next, showcase the activity of daily life. Add merchants trading goods and livestock roaming. Film clay tablets being crafted and fire-lit homes glowing warmly. Capture real people navigating the narrow streets. Then, introduce Abraham. Don't see him as a legendary figure. Portray him as an ordinary man of his time. Present a scene with Abraham's mysterious silhouette. He stands outside the settlement, gazing at the horizon. Transition to narration. Ask thought-provoking questions. Who is Abraham? A patriarch? A man of faith? Or someone whose story shaped billions? This creates engagement for the viewers. Next, explain Abraham's significance. Highlight his importance in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Make it clear he is an influential figure in history. Now, visualize an ancient map. Highlight Mesopotamia, where Abraham is believed to originate. Transition to discussing his family life. Introduce Terah, Abraham's father, and their journey toward Haran. Emphasize the uncertainty of historical facts. Present information thoughtfully and considerately. Build intrigue around Abraham's first major journey. Create a sense of anticipation for the viewer. Conclude with a powerful image of Abraham. Show him looking toward the vast stars. This evokes a sense of wonder and possibility. End with a compelling hook. Remind viewers of the biblical story. Abraham was about to hear a command. This would change his life and the course of civilizations forever. In summary, key learnings include setting the scene evocatively. Portray Abraham as an ordinary man. Emphasize his historical significance and mystery. Craft endings that engage and provoke thought. Encourage your viewers to apply these cinematic techniques. Create your own powerful openings for historical documentaries. Let your creative vision bring history alive on screen. Have you ever wondered what it takes to follow a divine calling? Today, we delve into Abraham's incredible journey. Our goal is to understand his leap of faith and its significance. We begin at night, beneath a vast, ancient sky full of stars. Imagine Abraham sleeping in a humble dwelling, peaceful and unaware. Suddenly, a dreamlike transition awakens him. He gazes into the darkness, pondering what lies ahead. Here, God calls Abraham, urging him to leave his homeland and family. This command was monumental in biblical history. Abraham is instructed to travel to an unknown land, a promise lingering in the air. Now, we see Abraham preparing for this vast journey. Families gather around him, eager to leave. They pack cherished possessions, load animals, and prepare tents. Each item holds memories of their homeland, now left behind. As the camera shifts, we spotlight Sarah, Abraham's faithful companion. Together, they stand at the brink of an adventure. We follow their caravan through stark deserts and rocky terrains. The beauty of the landscape contrasts with the enormity of their risk. Abraham ventures into the unknown, not fully aware of where he is heading. Leaving behind familiar comforts, he embraces uncertainty. This moment carries profound theological weight. Faith is about trusting the unseen. The biblical covenant unfolds. God promises Abraham numerous descendants and blessings. This promise is not just for Abraham, it echoes through generations. We capture this scene with cinematic imagery, illustrating Abraham beneath the twinkling stars. The camera rises, highlighting his pivotal role in history. This promise becomes a cornerstone of the Abrahamic traditions, shaping beliefs for centuries. As we conclude, remember, but Abraham's journey would soon take him into a land already inhabited by powerful peoples, and his arrival would create a story of faith, conflict, and survival. Apply this story of faith in your own life. Embrace your unknown journeys with courage. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring tales. Have you wondered about the ancient conflicts in the Near East? Today, we'll explore a biblical narrative filled with intrigue. Our goal is to reveal Lot's capture and Abraham's daring rescue. Let's begin with a dark cinematic map of the ancient Near East. Watch as multiple kingdoms and city-states emerge on the screen. The biblical narrative unfolds with a conflict involving several kings. Next, we introduce Lot. He becomes caught in the turmoil of war. Ancient armies march across expansive valleys, showcasing their might. Horses, chariots, shields, and spears move swiftly through the landscape. Tragically, Lot and his household are captured amid the chaos. Abraham receives alarming news that his nephew is in peril. A dramatic transition occurs, setting the stage for a bold response. Instead of fleeing, Abraham takes charge. He gathers a trained group from his household. Together, they prepare to pursue the attackers, showing courage and determination. We shift to a nighttime military strategy scene. Abraham's group approaches the enemy camp quietly and strategically. Tension builds as they prepare for battle. Now, we create a cinematic battle sequence. Confusion reigns with firelight illuminating the chaos. Soldiers run, and adrenaline surges as Abraham's forces storm in to rescue Lot. In this moment, we introduce a mysterious figure, Melchizedek. He is the king of Salem and priest of God Most High, as noted in Genesis. Watch as Abraham meets Melchizedek under the stars. This encounter has fascinated theologians throughout history. Melchizedek blesses Abraham, marking a significant spiritual moment. In conclusion, we've explored the story of conflict, bravery, and divine encounters. Remember, Abraham still faced one enormous problem. He had been promised descendants, yet he and Sarah remained childless. Now, reflect on the lessons of courage and faith in this narrative. Apply what you've learned to your own life. Have you ever felt the weight of uncertainty in your life? In this tutorial, we'll explore how to create an emotional cinematic chapter inspired by Abraham's story. Our goal is to convey deep emotions and significant themes through visual storytelling. First, set the scene. Begin with Abraham outside his tent at night. Capture the beauty of the stars above him. This establishes a serene atmosphere. Next, introduce narration about God's promise to Abraham. Explain that his descendants would be numerous. But reveal the contradiction. Abraham has no biological heir. Now, shift focus to Sarah inside the tent. Show her age and concern for their future. Highlight the ancient culture's importance of having children. Introduce Hagar and Ishmael into the narrative. Explain their roles with respect and accuracy. This creates tension in the story as Abraham struggles with uncertainty. Transition to visitors arriving at Abraham's camp. According to Genesis, 3 mysterious visitors come. Build suspense around their arrival. As the visitors interact with Abraham, show Sarah preparing food. Create a sense of anticipation in this moment. Then, announce that Sarah will have a son. Capture her disbelief with a close-up shot. Show the transformation of their hope into possibility. Explain the theological significance of this promise clearly. This moment signifies a shift in their lives. Now, change the tone dramatically. Let the peaceful camp fade into darkness. Introduce the impending story of Sodom and Gomorrah. This adds urgency and gravity to the chapter. Summarize the key learnings. Emotional storytelling requires thoughtful visuals and narration. The complexities of life often intertwine hope with uncertainty. Encourage viewers to apply these techniques in their own filmmaking. Creating intimate moments can bring powerful stories to life. Have you ever wondered about the biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah? In today's tutorial, we will explore their story. Our goal is to understand the narrative without modern bias. Let's begin by visualizing an ancient city at sunset. Picture crowded streets filled with merchants. Imagine stone buildings towering over the bustling markets. In the distance, you notice smoke rising into the sky. Now, let's introduce the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. These places are depicted in the Bible, rich in history. Remember, our aim is to avoid modern assumptions as facts. Next, we meet Abraham standing outside his camp. He is learning about the impending judgment on these cities. This is a pivotal moment in the story. As Abraham processes this news, he passionately intercedes. He questions God, asking if the righteous will perish with the wicked. This creates a tense dialogue that drives the narrative. Now, let's transition to the destruction described in Genesis. Visualize a city beneath a darkened sky, filled with foreboding. The atmosphere is tense and charged. Use fire and smoke to depict the catastrophic events. We then see Lot and his family fleeing the destruction. Their faces reflect fear and urgency. It's essential to note, we won't claim the exact location of Sodom as archaeologically proven. The identification of these biblical cities remains a topic of debate. As the destruction unfolds, the mood shifts back to Abraham. The atmosphere becomes quieter, more reflective. It's in this moment we introduce the birth of Isaac. Imagine Sarah holding her newborn child like a precious promise. Abraham stands nearby, gazing at his son with love. This child embodies the fulfillment of God's promise to Abraham. But remember, the greatest test of Abraham's faith is still ahead. This reflects the complexities of belief and trust. To wrap up, we've explored Sodom and Gomorrah without modern biases. We've seen Abraham's intercession and the promise fulfilled in Isaac's birth. Now it's time for you to reflect on these lessons. What does this story mean for your faith? You can engage with these narratives meaningfully. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more biblical explorations. Have you ever thought about the deep emotions in Abraham's story? Today, we will explore this profound narrative. Our end goal is to understand the theological implications and emotional weight of this biblical account. Let's begin well before sunrise. Visualize Abraham quietly preparing for a journey. The calm is palpable as Isaac walks beside him. 2 servants and a donkey accompany them. The atmosphere feels peaceful yet holds a mysterious tension. Now, let's delve into the biblical command. God instructed Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. This moment is vital, showcasing the psychological struggle between obedience and love. As they walk, Isaac curiously asks where the sacrifice is. Abraham answers, "God will provide." This response is laden with faith and fear, reflecting deep internal conflict. As they ascend the mountain, slow down the pacing. Use close-ups on Abraham's face. Capture Isaac's uncertain expression. Allow the beautiful yet foreboding landscape to enhance the tension. Now, we reach a climactic moment. Abraham prepares the altar, heart racing. Suddenly, the narrative shifts. An angel stops him. A ram appears, symbolizing divine intervention. Let's explore the significance of substitution and obedience here. This act represents profound faith in God's provision. Different traditions share unique takes on this story. In Jewish thought, it emphasizes faithfulness and covenant. Christianity sees it as a precursor to sacrifice. In Islam, it highlights submission to God's will. However, interpretations vary greatly across these faiths. This episode has become one of the most discussed stories surrounding Abraham. It continues to resonate with people throughout generations. As we conclude, visualize Abraham and Isaac descending the mountain together. Their journey doesn't end here. Now, remember, but Abraham's story was not ending on that mountain. His family would grow, and from his descendants would emerge traditions that would shape the world. Take these insights with you. Reflect on the theological threads woven into this narrative. Thank you for joining this exploration of faith and emotion. Sarah's death leaves a profound impact on Abraham. In Genesis, we see his sorrow. Abraham mourns deeply for his wife, showing his love. He decides to purchase the cave of Machpelah. This place near Hebron holds great significance. The negotiation is an ancient practice, reflecting cultural values. This episode is crucial in the biblical account. It marks a transition in Abraham's legacy. His devotion to Sarah shapes his next steps. Now, let's shift our focus to Isaac. Abraham sends a servant on a mission. The task: find a wife for his beloved son, Isaac. Enter Rebekah, a key figure in their story. The servant journeys through Mesopotamia. Finally, he meets Rebekah at a well. Their union heralds a new generation. Isaac and Rebekah give birth to twin sons, Esau and Jacob. Abraham's story evolves into a family saga. As time passes, we see Abraham aging. He has several other descendants, as the text suggests. Yet, we should distinguish between scripture and verified history. In his final years, Abraham remains a pivotal figure. The camera gently pulls away from his camp. His journey lays the foundation for a vast family. This family would later shape kingdoms and religious traditions. But how much of Abraham's story can history actually prove? Reflect on the lessons of his profound legacy. Apply this knowledge to ponder familial connections. Understand your own family story, as it may hold similar depth. Today, we explore an intriguing question. We will delve into the relationship between archaeology and ancient history. Let's begin by looking at the ancient clay tablets. These artifacts provide a glimpse into early civilizations. Next, we'll visit archaeological excavations in ruined cities. Inscriptions on stone tell tales of the past. Maps from the ancient world guide our understanding. Now, let's ask, can archaeology prove that Abraham existed? No universal artifact identifies Abraham directly. Instead, we must consider the context of the 2nd millennium BCE. Focus on the ancient Near East, where Abraham's story emerges. Imagine nomadic groups traveling with their livestock. Their lifestyle matches the social structures in biblical narratives. But similarities do not prove specific individuals existed. Let's look at ancient Mesopotamia, Haran, and Canaan on a map. This region played a crucial role in Abraham's narrative. Yet reconstructing lives from thousands of years ago is complex. We need to differentiate between several concepts now. First, there's biblical tradition, which relies on sacred texts. Then, we have archaeological evidence from various sites. Historical reconstruction relies on both traditions and artifacts. Lastly, we must consider faith, which shapes beliefs profoundly. Remember, this exploration isn't about supporting or refuting beliefs. Instead, we present the evidence neutrally and respectfully. Abraham symbolizes hope, faith, and legacy transcending time. Although archaeology cannot identify him definitively, his impact endures. Even if it cannot place Abraham beneath a microscope, his story leaves a mark archaeology alone cannot measure. We encourage you to reflect on these insights and explore further. Have you ever wondered how one man changed history? In this tutorial, we'll explore Abraham's profound legacy. Our goal is to create a cinematic finale that captures his enduring impact. Start with Abraham standing beneath a starry sky. Slowly zoom in to emphasize his importance. Then, transition through thousands of years of history. Next, show ancient Hebrew manuscripts. Highlight their significance in Jewish tradition. Transition to Christian manuscripts, focusing on their teachings around faith. Now, showcase Islamic manuscripts and illuminated pages. Illustrate their devotion to Ibrahim and his monotheistic beliefs. The next step is to show synagogues, churches, and mosques. Display these locations from various historical periods. This will visually emphasize Abraham's influence across religions. Carefully explain that Abraham is foundational to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Judaism connects him with the covenant and Israel's origins. Christianity places him at the heart of God's promises. Islam honors Ibrahim as a major prophet. Highlight his unwavering devotion to one God too. It's essential not to collapse these traditions into one narrative. Transition to show Abraham's story traveling across generations. This visually represents his ongoing influence throughout time. Next, return to the desert. Rise above the landscape with the camera. Modern cities should appear in the distance, illustrating growth and change. Pose the question: how could one man who lived thousands of years ago still influence the beliefs of billions? Let this moment resonate. Conclude by discussing the distinction between Abraham's historical certainty and his religious significance. His impact became larger than life, reaching beyond his own years. Finally, fill the screen with stars. In the closing narration, emphasize, perhaps Abraham's greatest legacy was not a kingdom he conquered, or a monument he built. It was an idea, the belief that one person's faith could begin a journey whose consequences would reach far beyond his own lifetime. Fade to black and display. Abraham, the man who changed history. End with the final line. His journey began with a single step. Encourage viewers to reflect on Abraham's influence in their own lives.